In 2020, a 22-year-old computer science graduate quit a stable corporate job, the one with the title, the salary, the LinkedIn-approved future, to make videos on YouTube in Lagos. No investors, no fan base, no plan B. Everyone told her she was throwing her life away. 5 years later, she's directed a Victoria's Secret campaign, sat across from Thames and Don Jazzy, been named a breakout star by Rolling Stone, and built a media company with our name on it. This is how Korty EO built a brand out of nothing but honesty, and what you can actually steal from our playbook. If you're anywhere between 17 and 35 right now, some part of this is going to feel uncomfortably familiar. Maybe you've got a degree that doesn't match what you actually want to do with your life. Perhaps you're in a job that pays fine but feels like borrowed time. Maybe you've got this one idea, a channel, a brand, a business that you've been sitting on for 2 years because starting feels stupid and risky and embarrassing if it fails in public. Korty EO had all three of those, and she didn't have some secret advantage. What she had was a sequence, a set of moves she made in the right order at the right time that most people skip because they want results without the runway. Let's break down exactly what she did. Before there was a YouTube channel, before there was a brand called Korty, there was just Eniola, a computer science student at the University of Ibadan, designing flyers for campus parties on the side. Not glamorous, not viral, just a small skill sharpened in private that taught her something most creators learn too late: how to catch someone's attention visually in under 2 seconds. And at the same time, Korty started modeling. Signed to an agency, walking runways for real Nigerian designers. That's phase 1, and it's the phase people skip. Build raw skills in obscurity before you build an audience. She wasn't thinking about personal branding at 20. She was just getting good at things: design, visual storytelling, present on camera. The brand came later. The skill came first. Here's the part that surprises people. Korty didn't quit college and go straight to fame. She took a job, first as a video producer at Zikoko, a Nigerian youth media company where she helped run a show about women's real experiences. Then, she moved up to head of content at Empower Africa, Mr. Easy's music incubator, helping shape how emerging African artists were presented to the world. Think about what that actually gave her. Not just a paycheck, reps, hundreds of hours learning how to structure a story, how to interview someone so they actually open up, how brands think, how content gets distributed. She was learning the entire machinery of media from inside someone else's company on someone else's dime. This is phase 2, and it's the one Gen Z skip the most because it feels like a detour. Work inside the industry before you try to lead. You don't need permission to start your own thing, but time spent learning the mechanics, even in a job you will eventually leave, is never wasted. It's tuition you got paid to take. In December 2020, Korty walked away from the head of content job. No corporate safety net. She launched her own YouTube channel and started building a show called Flow with Korty. Long-form, documentary-style interviews that didn't look or feel like anything else coming out of Nigeria at the time. Here's what people misunderstand about moments like this. It looks reckless from the outside. It wasn't. She wasn't leaping into nothing. She was leaping with 3 years of skill, industry, knowledge, and a clear creative point of view she had been quietly building the entire time. The leap only looked sudden. The precaution wasn't. This is the part that matters most for anyone watching this with a dream that feels too big. The risk isn't the problem. An unprepared risk is the problem. She didn't quit because she was bored. She quit because she already built enough skill that betting on herself was the rational move, not the emotional one. This next part is the engine room. In our very first year as a full-time creator, Korty crossed 200,000 subscribers and 7 million views. Not from going viral once, from consistency. The same format, the same voice, refined episode after episode, until Flow with Korty became a recognizable thing. Something people looked for, not stumbled on. She didn't chase 10 formats. She picked one, real, honest, long-form conversation, and made it hers before she expanded anywhere else. That's the part almost nobody has the patience for. Everyone wants the multi-format media empire in one day. She built the empire by nailing one show first. Once the foundation was undeniable, Korty didn't just stay in our lane forever. She used it as a launchpad. She made a directorial debut on Victoria's Secret, the Tour 23, as part of YouTube's Black Voices class of 2023. She created a dating show called Love or Lies. She launched her own production company, Any Production, an actual film and TV network with our name behind it, not just a face in front of the camera. And she built Korty's, a brand of merchandise and community that gave our audience something to belong to, not just to watch. Notice the order here, because it's the whole playbook. Audience first, trust second, expansion third. She didn't start with a merch line or a production company. She earned the audience trust with one honest show. And only then did she build outward. Brand deals with Coca-Cola, Fenty Beauty, Apple Music, Spotify, Flutterwave, because the trust was already there to carry it. There's a phrase that shows up across Korty's brand, one that seems to sum up how she's approached the entire climb. Reduce your pride, not your value. Stay humble enough to take the flyer design job, the assistant level production role, the slow year of building an audience, one subscriber at a time. But never let that humility convince you that you're worth less than you are. Confidence and humility aren't opposites. She used both in the right order at the right time. So, look at where this landed. The girl designing party flyers between computer science classes is now a filmmaker with over 440,000 YouTube subscribers and more than 29 million views. She's interviewed some of the biggest names in African music and culture: Tems, Ashake, Rema, Arya Starr, Don Jazzy, and Tony Elumelu. She's been named a Rolling Stone Breakout Star. She's built not just a brand, but three: a show, a production company, a merchandise line, all stacked on top of a single decision in 2020 to bet on herself with a plan instead of a prayer. And she's not none. Any production is still growing. The interviews are getting bigger. The brand partnerships are getting bigger. What started as one woman with a camera in a small room in Lagos is becoming an actual media company. One built the slow way, the hard way, the way that actually lasts. Here's the truth Korty EO stories telling you. Personal brands that last aren't built on one viral moment. They're built in this order: skill, then experience, then a calculated leap. Then one thing done exceptionally well, then expansion, then a legacy. Skip a step and it all falls apart. Follow it and it compounds. If this breakdown helped you see your own path more clearly, subscribe, because next week we're breaking down someone else who built an empire the slow way, one decision at a time.